tarot tag where Manda's broken the rules. Unheard of. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. 1 second, let me sort the sleeve, otherwise it'll be scratching the desk and that'll be very annoying. Hello, welcome. So if you're new here, hi, I'm Mand. I cover all things tarot and oracle card related, spirituality, finding glimmers in the mundane, and just having an old laugh here. So if that's your jam, hit the subscribe button. I'd love to have you part of the family. But today I'm breaking the rules, and I have taken inspiration from many different creators here on the Tarottube sphere, right? First of all, we need a sip of coffee because everybody's partaking in 10 decks for Tarottubers, 10 decks for Tarottube viewers, and you're all adding your own take, and this has been fantastic to watch. I found new channels. It also reminded me of channels that haven't been popping up for me that I do follow. YouTube, can you sort that out, please? And also, highlighting smaller channels as well, which is fantastic. So you're probably wondering, man, what are you doing? This tag was created by Nova Monday, first of all. Okay, so it's 10 decks that Nova applied to 10 Tarottubers, which is really hard. It's really, really hard because there's so many fabulous creators out there. And so I'm always slow in partaking in these things because I hate the thought of excluding anyone. And then when I comment and you're also like, you're there too, I'm like, I take no offense whatsoever. Absolutely not. You mention who you love. It is your channel, and I stand by that. So please never feel bad about anything like that. That's the connections, are so much deeper than that. So Julie over at Pickaboo Rose then did 10 decks for her Tarottube viewers, which of course, without you guys, we're pretty much just making videos for, well, apart from ourselves, but we make the videos for you guys, and you guys also help with the interactions, with the comments, the likes, the shares, the hypes, everything that comes with creating content. Okay, you guys are the community, right? We're the creators, but you're the community. You're the ones that just, honestly, you make my day. I'll be totally honest. I love reading your comments. I love interacting with you, especially those of you that might veer off from YouTube as well, that might have your own socials, as in like Instagram. That kind of tends to be the place where I'm at as well. And so being able to converse, it's just fab. And the sense of community has just, I can never put into words, and I've said it several times, and I will continue to say it. It is so extremely important to me, and it is not something that I take for granted. So, long and short of it is, I have picked 5 decks for 5 Tarottube viewers, and 5 decks for Tarottubers who are on the smaller channel side. So just to highlight them that maybe you haven't heard of them. But there are also people that commented on my videos as well, that we interact with each other. So it's kind of a beautiful combination of both, really. But I wanted to do 5 viewers. Now, those of you that are watching and you're viewers and you comment lots too, please, 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 please do not take offense to this. I mean, no harm by doing this whatsoever. I really don't. It's very hard. And if I could pick decks for all of you, I would. You know what? Maybe we should do at the end, pick a deck for just the whole collective. Wouldn't that be really cool? I might actually do that. So, without further ado, get comfy cozy, and I'll try and then, get through this as well. So, again, you guys are just amazing. I cannot say how grateful I am, whether it be an emoji to great video, man, loved it, or just whatever, going, hey, I'm watching, whatever it is you comment, whether it's long, short, or just a silent watcher. I appreciate all of it. So let's get into the video. Did I give you whiplash with that? Apologies. Okay, I'm going to make sure I pop. So I'm starting off with the viewers. So I'm going to pop the usernames here hopefully I'll remember to do that. So the first one we have is Michelle. And Michelle is just an absolute sweetheart. And the deck that I picked for Michelle is the Celtic Goddesses, Witches and Queens Oracle, because Michelle, like myself, loves that goddess energy, and she's very, very knowledgeable in the myths and the lores and all that. So I picked this because she's very rooted as well in her own heritage and her own home country. So I just felt like this was very, very Michelle. And it's beautiful, and again, it has that like beautiful goddess energy, the fierceness, and just everything. And I feel like Michelle has like talked about, I believe it was there actually at the start. There you go. Cedrin, is that how you pronounce it? I know, Michelle, you'll correct me anyway. But just the way she works with these deities or these goddesses is just beautiful. So yes, that is the deck I would pick for Michelle. The next one on my list is Regina, and I'll make sure to pop Regina's name up here as well. But the deck that I picked for you is Alchemy of the Spirit Oracle. Now, the reason I picked this is, first of all, you pop up on nearly most of my videos, right? Don't think that we don't, as creators, that we don't notice the ones that consistently pop up, okay? We notice. Well, I notice anyway, for sure, and I'd say a lot of other Tarottubers, I can only speak for myself, but I'd say a lot of us Tarottubers, we know. We can see. We're aware of how often you pop up. There's probably many decks I could pick, but I really felt like this was the deck that I would choose for you for like the energy that I get, because again, that's just how I work, right? I go off energy, and for me, your comments do hold a certain energy, but yours is just so calm, and there's like guidance, but there's such a sheer sense of caringness. Not that none of you don't care, I know you do, but we're talking about Regina now, okay? The care and the thought that you put out behind every comment, and also just checking in with me to go, hey man, make sure you're taking care of yourself, or take time if you need it, is I could never put into words. So, and this deck is extremely caring, and it's very sweet, and I feel like you're extremely sweet and so kind. And again, like the library, you're full of knowledge as well, and I just love reading your comments so much. I genuinely get such enjoyment out of it. So yeah, the deck that I would totally pick for you, Regina, is the Alchemy of the Spirit. The next one is RemaHassett, and I believe your username as well is Crown of Light. I'll make sure to put your name here, Rema. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing this right, but the deck I chose for you, because I always consider you actually my glimmer bestie, because anytime I've like shared glimmers or did glimmer challenges, you were on the ball every time without a shadow of a doubt. And so the deck that I chose for you is the Forest of Enchantment, okay? And the reason I picked this deck is because I associate this so much with my glimmers. It was the first deck I was ever sent by Llewellyn for review, and that was a huge glimmer. That was such a milestone for me. And again, and like, look at it, it has like the little sparkles, which I associate with glimmers, because glimmers are like little sparkles of everyday life, right? And I find that you're fantastic at finding magic in the mundane, or glimmers within everyday life. And I love the way you share the sheer simplicity of everyday life, and you get great enjoyment out of it, just like myself. And this deck has that essence as well. It's just sheer joy of everyday life, that there is magic within the mundane. And I always appreciate how much you shared and commented, and you just you're always on the ball when I was doing glimmer challenges. So I truly appreciate that, and I loved hearing about your glimmers, and I still love hearing about your glimmers. But yeah, you're just absolutely fantastic. So I totally believe that this is my glimmer deck, and I will always associate it with you for sure. So yeah, I feel like this is a glimmer deck for sure. Okay, the next one is Chrissy, and I'll put your username here. I won't read out your whole username. I actually have them all written beside me here. And the deck I chose for you, and I actually now associate it with you, and I love this, is the Heaven and Earth Tarot. Now, I know you have the full size one because you did so kindly let me know that it is worth the full size. So I will eventually down the line. Sorry, that is so loud. Obviously, as you can see, I was working with it. But the reason I chose this is because, again, and a lot of us here actually, I have to say, do share, like, you have Irish heritage. I love that. I love when you share that. Please never shy away from that. But as you were saying, you have a great love of churches as well, but not from the religious aspect, you know. And I love the way you were sharing about how your grandparents, I feel like I'm going to get this wrong, but you had Irish Catholic grandparents as well. So I mean, you get it when I talk about growing up in Catholic Ireland. But I just love the fact that even though we're not religious, and that's totally fine, that there's this great respect and also great awe, you know, of the artwork and the architecture of churches. And there's so much more, because by the way, you commented loads too as well. I am aware of that, and another one that has like great sense of knowledge. But I love the fact that you share your Irish heritage too, because I know sometimes it can be challenging. It can be challenging, but I love hearing about how you're connected to Ireland as well. To me, it's wonderful. I love hearing it, and I love hearing your experiences. So yeah. Oh, hello. Why do we have these backwards? So yeah, this is wonderful. Okay, let's get on to the next one. Okay, I'm not trying to go too fast, but I don't want to chat too long either and keep you here all day. But last but certainly not least is Heidi. Oh my goodness, Heidi. And Heidi has an absolute mind of information when it comes to druidism. Is that the word? Is that how you pronounce it? As in, she has like savage knowledge when it comes to that, and that like pagan druidism. I keep saying it that way, but I'm not sure I'm pronouncing it right. And the deck that I picked for you, Heidi, is the Wildwood Tarot, because the symbolism is here. I'll leave it here so you can see what deck I'm on about. And I just love that because, like, you share fantastic pictures on Instagram of where you live and the nature. Love that. And this deck has lots of nature, but it also ties in with the whole druids and pagans and Celtic, and Heidi has all that information. Honestly, would highly recommend picking her brain because she's fantastic. But I just love seeing, and you're great for the glimmers as well. Another one that is fantastic with glimmers. But yeah, just a mind full of knowledge when it comes to druids. So yeah, I wholeheartedly feel like this is definitely the deck that I would pick for you anyway. And it's so much nature, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful, just like you, Heidi. Actually, all the decks are beautiful, just like you, right? Okay, so now we're getting on to the part where I am going to mention some Tarottubers that I feel like definitely need to be highlighted, and definitely their channels need to be way bigger, personally, in my opinion. So, no particular order again. First one I want to mention is Lady Cara Tarot. What an absolute gem of a lady, and she is a lady. Now, the deck I would pick for you, Cara, is probably like a real one of a kind out of print deck to be honest, that's very like artistic and elegant, and but I don't own something like that, so we're picking second best really. And the deck I picked is Tarot of Mystical Moments, and the reason I picked this now, I will tell you why. Because first of all, the way you speak, the way you present yourself here in the sphere is just with sheer dignity and elegance. Like, you literally ooze elegance. It's just, you're so articulate and knowledgeable when it comes to art. And I feel like this is the deck. Okay, it's a bit of an odd deck. I'm not saying you're odd. Okay, well, we're all kind of odd, aren't we? Still love that anyway. But I love the art style. And oh my gosh, what video were you talking about? And you're just so enthusiastic about the art and whatnot. I can't remember. But this deck is so, I love the art style. And so I associate with that with you because it's just so ladylike. It's so, again, elegance. That's the only word I can really come up with here, is just literally a lady. And that's what I feel like this deck is pure lady elegance. So I love this deck. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. Okay, the next one then is Ellie from On Cat Dove. And we too share Irish heritage. Love that. Ellie is an absolute gem. Honestly, she does great walkthroughs as well. And the deck that I picked for you, Ellie, is The Witch's Cat. Because we both love our cats so much, and I love when you share like what your cats have been doing. And I know, was it you that, I think it was you that said like one of them chewed one of your decks. I mean, honestly, I don't think I'd be as cool and calm as collected as you. But I love this because it's so sweet, and you're so sweet and kind. And I really would say like this is an Ellie deck, to be honest, because it has all the cuteness, all the cats, all the adorableness. And it's just fantastic. I love it. I really do love it. So, like, look at that. It's beautiful. Adorable. Okay, the next one on my list then is Jay over at Iridescent Tarot. And the deck, I had to pick this, Jay, I just had to, is the Boo Tarot. Okay, and I'll tell you exactly why I picked it. Is that not why you're watching it? Of course it is. Is because it is sparkly. It is sparkly. Okay, there's obviously more to Jay's channel than just a sparkly deck. But she did a fantastic video on doing like sparkles. No, what's the word? Oh my gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, or G modded a thought deck, and I loved it, and I'm like, oh my god, I want to do that, but I don't know if I have the patience. So I picked the Boo Tarot because it is already sparkly. Look at that. And the majors are all sparkly. Oh, I'm glad there's some majors here. Great. So I associate all the sparkly decks with you, Jay, to be honest. But obviously there's more to Jay's channel than just sparkles. But I had to choose this one because it was so darn cute. But there's some fantastic videos over on her channel as well. So do go check them out. Do we have any more majors that we can show the sparkles? No. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. I just love it. The next one is Positive Energy with Crystals, and this is Hillary. And the deck I chose for you is the one and only Oracle deck, or crystal deck that I actually have. And Hillary covers amazing crystals over on her channel, and I feel like this one is super one of a kind, because one, it's the only crystal deck I have, and I do feel like in that sense you are really one of a kind, Hillary, because first of all, this is rose gold, beautiful. You have amazing crystals. I am trying to refrain from buying any more crystals as of right now, because I'm planning a wedding, so I need to, you know. And you know the cost of crystals, but they're well worth the investment. But the knowledge and the beauties that you have some amazing pieces, honestly, so amazing. But I love the way that you highlight them here, and I do feel like it's actually just as important as tarot decks, oracle decks. I feel like crystals are great added, just in case you didn't see mine, are a great added addition to divination, because they also hold their own vibration as well. And so, because this is a one of a kind in my collection, because I don't have any others, I too feel like Hilary is one of a kind, because she definitely approaches completely authentically herself, and I love that, as do all the creators. But just love that you share your love of crystals. They're just stunning. And last but certainly not least is Ellen from Moomin Tarot. And first of all, Ellen does fabulous videos, covers all kinds of... Sometimes, you guys, I have to stop watching you because, oh my gosh, my wish list is getting ridiculously long. But the deck I picked for you is Wicked Moon Tarot, because you also voiced your love of the Moomins, right? And your name is inspired by the Moomins, which I love, okay? And I think I've said this a few times, I feel like this has such a Moomin vibe. The art style really has that Moomin, maybe on a more creepier side. Spookier. It's not even creepy, it's more spooky. Cute spooky. But it has that Moomin energy, and we both love Moomins, and that's it really. I don't have any other reason, because I know you do great videos. But I'm just here connecting with our love of Moomins. So if anybody ever did a deck on the Moomins, probably don't tell me, because I want it so bad. But this is the closest thing. So I just think it's a fantastic deck. I love it. I've worked with it. But I like, look at that. The flowers in his beard. Yes. This is so adorable. Yeah. Alright, my loves, so that is 5 Tarottube viewers and Tarottubers that, well, that's 10 overall, that I just wanted to share some love with. But please do know that I share the love with all of you. Yes, I can hear you go, Amanda, thought you were picking a deck collectively for all of us. Okay, give me a second. Right, okay, I'm back. So the deck I picked, it was actually screaming at me, is the Sacred Rebels. Haha. I bet you thought I was going to pick the Green Witch. No. It's a lovely deck. Yeah, I like it. It's alright. But the reason I picked this is because it is literally that. We are all our own little Sacred Rebels here, and I love it. I love how we're all so different and unique, and we share the love of decks, and not just decks, but crystals and knickknacks and cute little things and journals. And there's just this whole collective goodness with this community. I can only talk for myself here, but it's just been phenomenal and such a wonderful experience. And oh, if I could just bottle it up, I would. But this is the deck that I would collectively pick for all of us, is the Sacred Rebels, because we are all our own little Sacred Rebels. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you to Nova for creating this tag, and thank you for Julie for highlighting about the viewers. You beat me to it, because I was like, I definitely want to share the love with my viewers, so Julie beat me to it. I love that. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And remember, stay magical, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye guys.